Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Daughter of Increase. My name is NayDenise for those of you who are new to the channel or who just happen to stumble across this video. And I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday all about my faith, God, Christ, and expanding the kingdom of God. And I do that through Bible studies, book reviews, discussions, and more. And today's video is going to be a start of a new reading vlog, which I'm super excited about doing. I am just going to quickly fix my camera a bit, make sure everything is like the way it should be. But yeah, so the book title, of course, is in the title of this video. But before I dive into that, I want to let you guys know what's been going on and why I might not be too chipper in this video. And so I went and got the vaccine on Tuesday, November 2nd, and I have not been the best since then. On Tuesday, I had extreme shivers. I had migraine symptoms without the migraine. I did have headaches. I was just not feeling the best. And then on Wednesday, skyrocketed with a fever, same sort of symptoms. And today my fever is breaking slowly. I'm hoping it breaks completely because I'm over this. But headache still, fever, not so much chills, but now I'm having like hot flashes. And my arm has been sore the entire time. Like, it hurts to do this. This is hurting me, but it's not as bad as if I do any higher than that. That is like excruciating pain. And so this is going to be a real chill, laid back reading vlog. Normally I do my reading vlogs in 3 days. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. We just going to enjoy this book because my son did leave. He went to his dad's house today. He'll be back Saturday. My brother's son was born on November 3rd, so I've also been taken up with that as well. He will be home on Saturday or Friday. The baby will be home. The baby is good. They're just waiting on the mother. So yeah, that's pretty much how life has been for me outside of the things I've told you guys in previous videos and stuff like that. But this video is all on Nancy Mehl's newest release, Deadfall. This is actually book 2 in the Quantico Files trilogy. Book 1 is Nightfall, which I did read Nightfall. I gave it 4 stars. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Alex Donovan and the male character in this book, but I wasn't completely sold on it as I was with the Kaylee Quinn profilers. Kaylee Quinn is absolutely my favorite female character that Nancy has written so far, and so Deadfall includes Kaylee Quinn, which I cannot wait for. This is romantic suspense, and it deals with the BAU. So if you're familiar with Criminal Minds, it has those Criminal Mind vibes. Now, book 1, Nightfall, did not give me those Criminal Mind kind of feels. However, her previous trilogy, the Kaylee Quinn profiler, gave me all of the Criminal Minds feels, and so I'm excited to dive into this because I feel like this will give me more of those feels, especially with Kaylee Quinn in it. And so yeah, this actually came out on November 2nd, which is when I wanted to start this reading vlog, but it's November 4th. We're starting 2 days later, and that's okay because I'm still out of it. I have like a banging headache right now, but I'm still gonna push through today, and things like that. And so I just finished having some pumpkin spice oatmeal. My son is going. I said, you know what, why not try to make a reading vlog this week and also organize my other bookshelf. I already have my bookshelf organization going up next Saturday, and so hopefully this one can go up right after. And yeah, so we are going to be diving into book 2. I cannot wait. And so I'm going to quickly read what it says on the back. So on the back it says, he has a deadly endgame in mind, and he's already chosen each victim, including her. After putting to rest the most personal case of her career, and that being the case from Nightfall, Alex Donovan is ready to move on and focus on her future at the FBI's Elite Behavioral Analysis Unit. When the BAU co-founder is discovered dead in his hotel room, the FBI is called in to work on the strangest case they've ever faced. How do you find a killer who murders his victims from a distance? When it becomes clear that the killer is targeting agents in Alex's unit, they are ordered into lockdown, sheltered in the dorms at Quantico. Alex bunks with controversial agent Kaylee Quinn, which I adore, as they work together, Alex discovers in Kaylee the role model she's never had, despite being warned away. As Alex questions the type of agent she wants to become, things get personal when the brilliant killer strikes close to home. Now, Alex will do anything to find the killer, even at the risk of her own life. And so, yeah, we are excited. So the plan is to try to read 10 chapters. 10 chapters will put me at what page? Page 82. But if I read, I think 14. Yeah, if I read 14 chapters, it'll put me at page 108. Again, with this, I'm just gonna flow with it because of how I feel. I'm not feeling the greatest, so I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna commit to reading a certain amount of pages a day, just because I know I'm not feeling the best. And all I want to do, honestly, is sleep all day in bed. But I got yelled at for doing that yesterday, and so I'm gonna try to get moving a little bit more today. And so I figured reading and then also organizing my bookshelf, because I do have to move books up and down. It'll help me get this arm back going again, because it is swollen. There is a knot right below the injection site, and this honestly does not make me excited for the second dose, but this is the world we live in. And for those of you who are for the vaccine, great. For those of you who are against the vaccine, great. I got the vaccine for personal reasons, so I mean, whether you're here for it or not, to each your own. Go where the Lord leads you on that matter. So yeah, and for those who believe that the vaccine is the mark of the beast, I don't believe that. That was not something that the Lord revealed to me on that matter. So yeah, and the reason why I'm stating this is because I know people have their different opinions when it comes to the vaccine, when it comes to the whole thing of like it being the mark of the beast or not. I don't believe in it being the mark of the beast, and I don't feel like people should be pushed into getting the vaccine if they don't want to get the vaccine. But I feel like everyone should be mindful of their own health, of themselves, and simple as that. So I just wanted to state that, because I don't want this to turn into a whole video debate about whether you get the vaccine or whether you don't. Do what you feel is best for you. It has taken me a while to even want to get the vaccine. And honestly, after getting the vaccine, I'm still just like, I don't even want to take the second one, honestly, because I don't want to be feeling this type of sickness. Okay, I feel like once I get this vaccine, I should not be sick for the rest of the year. For the rest of 2022, when it comes, I should not get sick at all, because this was enough for me being sick. Okay, like my nose was congested, my body isn't like, it's too much going on. But I'll do an in-depth video, I guess, on my experience with the vaccine, if you guys are curious. But yeah, I think I actually want to sit on the floor and read. But you guys know how I normally do this, so I'm gonna do it how I normally do it, where I'm gonna read like the first 2 chapters. Let me see, is there a prologue in here? No, there's no prologue. So I'm gonna read the first, if I do 2 chapters, that's how many pages? 23 pages. If I do 3 chapters, that's 31. So we're gonna do the first 3 chapters on camera, and then I'm gonna go off camera and read, and then come back with my thoughts. I'm most likely gonna end up reading on the floor, because I just feel like sitting on the floor today. Really weird. Don't know why. I probably shouldn't sit on the floor, because I'm extremely cold and extremely hot. Again, today I'm having more hot flashes than chills, but we'll see. And I also need to take my temperature and see if it broke anymore. I was in the red zone at first with this fever of 101, and then it went down to 99 point something. So hopefully it has broken more and I'm good. Because if so, I have to go and work today with my bishop for a recording of a service. But I'm going to get my audio, and I'm listening to the audiobook on Hoopla through my library. My library works with Hoopla and also with Libby, and so I have my library card attached, and I have it up here for Deadfall, and it says it's 8 hours and 21 minutes. I'm probably going to listen to it on 4 times speed, which is only going to make it 2 hours and something minutes. So let's set that up. Okay, so I have it set for 4 times speed, so it's only going to be about 2 hours and maybe 15 minutes or less for me to get through this book. I don't know if I'm gonna, like I said, I could complete this in 1 day. It could just be a 1-day reading vlog, but once I'm done with pages 1 to 31, I'll go off camera and read as much as I can for the day and come back to you guys and let you guys know my thoughts. I have all of my utensils. That hurt. Oh god, that hurts so bad. I have my annotating here, my utensils here for annotating, and so we're gonna start. we're gonna start. So Deadfall by Nancy Mehl, book 2. It is a suspense with minor romance. I say minor romance because the Kaylee Quinn Profiler trilogy did have romance, but the romance was very, very light, and it didn't really get heavy until book 3. So you kind of already see the beginnings of a romance in Nightfall with Alex, and I think his name is Logan. Yeah, with Alex and Logan. Yeah, you get to see the beginnings of it with Alex and Logan already in this book. So I'm hoping it's kind of like the Kaylee Quinn Profilers, where it progressed from book 1, started getting to know each other. Book 2, they begin to express their feelings, and then book 3, they explore whether or not they want to be a couple or not. I really loved that progression when it came to the Kaylee Quinn Profiler trilogy, and so I'm excited to see how the romance continues on. I was a bigger fan of Logan than Alex in this book, but Kaylee Quinn is in this, so I'm super stoked to... Sorry about that. That was my sister. But I am looking forward to seeing how Alex and Logan progress in their romance. And I feel like my favorite character, bias of course, is going to be Kaylee Quinn, because I adore Kaylee Quinn and her quirkiness. But yes, I'm excited to see them bunk together and see how they build a friendship. And I'm excited that she is combining her first trilogy with this trilogy, since they're both talking about the BAU and things like that. And so I have the audiobook ready to go. I think I want to make me a tea, just because my throat is sore, my head is hurting, something warming. So I'm gonna go make a cup of tea and then come back and we'll start the reading. Okay, so I have my tea ready to go. And the tea I'm drinking is actually the honey lavender stress relief from Yogi. It's a soothing serenity blend is what it says. This is what the box looks like. It's been so long since I could find this tea. And when I found it, I bought 2 boxes. So I have a box already open, and then this one. This is literally my favorite. It's pretty much lavender flower, peppermint leaf, spearmint leaf, lemongrass, lemon balm, chamomile, rooibos, and sage with some honey as well. So it's supposed to be herbal, but it's more so rooibos, because rooibos is definitely the first thing on this thing. But yeah, I absolutely love this. So I have that. Now I probably shouldn't be eating this, but I'm hungry, so don't nobody yell at me. I'm probably gonna get yelled at by my mother for having it. But I have like 4 pieces of hot wings, the little appetizer balls. I'm hungry and I don't feel like eating soup. Hopefully I don't get nauseous, but we are going to start reading. Let me just move some stuff out the way. I have to clean my room later. I'm just not up for it right now. But yeah, we're going to clean up and get ready to read. So let's go. Okay, so I read to page 31, which was the 3 chapters, and so far I'm really intrigued. So we start off with this guy named John Davis, who works for the BAU, and he has a book written called Dark Minds that he's out doing a bunch of sort of not conventions, speaking engagements, and at the end of chapter 1 he ends up dead. And this was he was a big guy in the BAU FBI portion. And so with chapter 2 we get to see, of course, Alex Donovan and Logan again, and Kaylee Quinn pops up immediately, which I thought it was going to take some time for Kaylee to come into the story, but I'm excited that she's in the story from the start. And immediately we get to see that Alex is really intrigued by Kaylee. One, because she's legendary. A lot of people didn't really like Kaylee because of her unusual way of finding unsubs. She has this thing where she interviews an unsub that's not there, and she continues to ask questions until that image formulates of the unsub. She reminds me of the skinny guy from Criminal Minds. Can't remember his name for the life of me, but the skinny, nerdy looking one. I enjoy him, but that's who Kaylee Quinn kind of reminds me of, just a little bit more quirky and things like that. I'm hoping that Noah is involved in this story, but probably not. But yeah, we see them, and then we get to gist of Logan is going to be head with Alex, Kaylee, and then Monty. Monty was also a part of the Nightfall book. But they're all going to Bethesda to basically find out what's been going on. And I'm excited. It seems like it's going to really pick up and be a lot more action. And even though I enjoyed the first book, some parts I found myself drowning out of, and I just wasn't attached to Alex as a character with all of the stuff that she was going through. So that's why I ended up giving that 4 stars. But I'm so far intrigued. 31 pages in, I'm intrigued, and so I'm going to do a little bit more reading. And then once my phone is fully charged, I'll probably record my other bookshelf or reorganization, because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to keep every one of those devotionals. I have quite a few devotionals over there that I don't think I'm going to keep. I'll probably pass them along, because I probably won't get through all of them, even though some of them are like really, really pretty, but I know that I can pass them along and share them with other people. And so whew, it's really helping my throat. But I'm gonna go relax right now and listen as I read. I'm probably gonna lay on the bed because my head is like really banging right now. It really hurts. We'll see if I organize my bookshelf because of my headache. I might take a nap. I don't know. I do have to go food shopping this weekend for my son. I'm supposed to be going to the mall to get him a few things as well. That is a plan, but we'll see how my body is feeling, because right now I'm like completely out of it, honestly, and I don't want to sit on camera and pretend that I'm feeling good, which is why I said I don't know how long this blog will be, if it'll be 2 days, 3 days, 4, a week, who knows. But I am intrigued. I am going to continue reading. Again, I'm listening right now on 3 times speed, but I'm probably gonna bump it up once I get past chapter 5 or so. I might be able to start speeding it up. I always like to start at least on, if the audio is really slow, like super slow, I start at 3 times speed. If it's at a good speed, I start at 2 times, and then I begin to bump up to 3 and then to 4. And so thankfully with Hoopla you can go up to 4 times speed, so it shouldn't take long to read, and it's read by Vanessa Daniels. I'm not sure if that's the same person who read the previous books, but yeah, I do have my hair done in 2 pigtails just because it's a little wonky right now. But I'm gonna go lay down. I'm actually gonna take my temperature as well, make sure that I'm doing okay. And yeah, I would take a pain reliever, but nothing works. Ibuprofen doesn't work. I used to take ibuprofen 800, and I would take 2 of those, so that was 1600. And so I guess my body is immune to ibuprofen. Extra strength Tylenol does nothing, because I used to take that when I had to deal with my wisdom teeth and stuff like that. And then they used to give me, I think it's codeine is what it's called. It's a little circular tablet, really tiny tablet. I used to have to take that as well after having the wisdom teeth pulled out. And so my body just has become immune, sadly, to pain meds. So like when I'm on my cycle, I can't even take anything for my cramps. I just have to suffer through them because nothing works. So yeah, and I used to take like Midol and stuff like that when I was younger. Don't none of that work no more. So yeah, I'm gonna go relax, continue reading, and I'll come back. Let me see. I'm up to chapter 4 now, so if I could get to chapter 10, I'll try to read up to chapter 14. That's 108 pages. So I guess once I get to chapter 14, how many chapters is in this book? This book has... there's 45 chapters. So if I can read up to chapter 14, I'll come back and give you guys my thoughts of what I'm thinking so far. But I did underline a few things so far. So the first quote that I underlined was, over the years, the darkness in the eyes of the grieving had taken a toll on him. For some reason, that really just popped out at me. You know, for people who work in law enforcement and who works in the hospitals and stuff like that, they see so many crazy things, but it's the people that grieve the most, especially in front of them, that stick with them the most. At least that's what I kind of sense a lot of the times when I see and hear stories on the news or when I watch TV shows. It's more so not the people that died, because the people that died, it hurts, right? But it's more so the people that you have to watch grieve, who are consistently around you. And specifically when you're working in law enforcement or you work for the medical field, you see those people often who are grieving because they come to the hospital, they come to the law enforcement multiple times for multiple things. And so I thought that was interesting. Then there was a quote that says, that's the kind of killer that scares me the most. The ones who can't connect to society. They're easier to find. Sometimes I wonder how many Bundys are out there making friends, gaining trust, just waiting for an opportunity to. And basically, they're more afraid of the people who really have no connection to society, but can easily make friends and easily look the part of a good citizen, that are the murderers and killers out there, because those are honestly the hardest ones to find. I marked that. And then also there was a thing that I liked with Alex, where she talks about how she had gotten saved and stuff like that with the help of Logan. I remember Logan was telling her about that. So with the help of Logan, she recently had given her life to Christ, and now she was still learning about, you know, God, and she was going to the church and the weekly Bible studies and stuff like that. Like, that really made me happy to see her opening up to God, because in the first book, like I said, I enjoyed it, but I did not have any connection to her, and I felt like she was holding on to a lot. Granted, I understand her upbringing was crazy, but at the same time, it wasn't crazy. It's kind of weird. Like, it was something that I never experienced, but I know that there are crazier stories out there, and I guess the way she handled it, kind of like, I don't know. It's hard to say, because you can't really judge the way someone handles their situation, but at the same time, it's like, girl, come on, because Kaylee had it worse, in my opinion. I mean, her dad was a serial killer. Her mom was just horrible with her. But that's neither here nor there. I'm enjoying it this far. So I'm going to go lay down, because I'm really, like, getting dizzy now. And I'll come back to you guys after I get to chapter 14. Hey, guys. I don't even know what time. It's 4:37. I feel like crap. My body hurts really bad. My neck hurts. I'm hot, but I'm shivering. It's so weird right now. I only read another 30 odd pages. I'm on page 64. So that's pretty much chapter 8. So I read 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 off camera so far. It's 4:37. I started reading at like 1 something when I started the video. I really just don't feel good, and I was supposed to go and do some work today, but my body is not having it, and it's weird, because I can swallow fine, but it's hard to swallow. So it's like, when I get the buildup of the saliva, I have to force myself to swallow. It hurts my head. Oh my god. So right now, I'm just gonna take a nap, because I don't feel good. I just want to cry, honestly. And I can blame nobody but myself for getting this stupid vaccine. The only good thing about today was that Animal Crossing let their update release 2 days early. So it actually was released on November 3rd. I didn't find out till today, which is the 4th. And it wasn't supposed to come out until tomorrow, which is the 5th. So I told my son about the update, and I've been just laying here playing the update. I'm gonna continue reading. as much as I can until I close my eyes and fall out to sleep. I have the audiobook, so that's hopefully gonna help. But yeah, oh, that's my mother now calling me. I'll be back. So pretty much, I just got yelled at because I did not take the Tylenol. And I don't want to take the Tylenol because it's not really doing anything for me. But my mother wants me to take it, so I just got yelled at over that. Sometimes I forget I'm 30 years old because I'm constantly treated as if I'm not. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna sit here and lay down and go to sleep. I'll take that Tylenol when I wake up. If I get yelled at when she gets home, so be it. I don't want to move out of this bed because everything hurts. My neck hurts, my head hurts, my back hurts, my arm and my shoulders. So I'm not even gonna read right now. That just kind of like bothered me just a little bit, getting yelled at. So I'm gonna put this book to the side. I am gonna, like I said, attempt to read up to chapter 14 today. I will feel accomplished if I read 100 pages of a book. Normally I read 300 pages of a book every day because I'm reading like 2 or 3 books at a time. But COVID vaccine sucks. So I'm going to take a nap. Hopefully when I get up I'll be better. I think the only good thing about this is that I have not vomited like at all. I've been nauseous, but I haven't vomited, so that's a plus. But I'm gonna take a nap. I'll come back hopefully when I have little to no headache and my body isn't in so much pain. Hey guys, I'm back. It is currently 10:07. I finally finished reading up to page 108. I actually want to continue on, but I don't feel the best, so I'm getting ready to hop in the shower and then eat my dinner for the evening. But this is actually really good, action-packed. I'm actually engrossed in Alex's character a little more because of the dynamic between her and Kaylee, if that makes sense. Like, even though Kaylee stands out for me, it's something about Alex being around Kaylee that makes her much more interesting. And I'm loving to talk about faith in God, and just seeing Logan, Kaylee, and Alex talk about God and Christianity and faith, and I'm loving it. And so yeah, 14 chapters in. I really want to continue on tonight, but I'm not. So I might just finish it tomorrow because I'm really, really loving it. I could possibly, depending on how I feel after I shower and eat, but I'm not gonna push too much. I'm gonna shower, let the water hit my neck and my arm and my back, and yeah, so I'll see you guys, I guess, for day 2. Hopefully day 2 will be the last day of reading, but we'll see how my energy is at that point. But yeah, so far it's so good. Truly, truly enjoying this. Love Nancy's writing. It is amazing. The action is amazing. The case is getting real crazy, like real crazy. And so I'm loving it. I'm loving it, and seeing Kaylee work and seeing Alex get interested. And there's a lot going on with Kaylee and Alex that I'm loving thus far. And so I'm excited for this. And yeah, so I'll be back for day 2 tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It is currently 10:51. I woke up about 9 o'clock-ish this morning and just lazed around. I was playing Animal Crossing on my Switch. Turn this heat off real quick. But yeah, I have some banana and cream oatmeal right here. So good. With a little bit of sugar. And then I have my honey lavender tea. The Yogi stress relief that I showed you guys the other day. Perfect. And we're gonna dive back into this. I'm actually gonna pull up the audio book right now on Hoopla. And like I said, I got up to chapter 14. It was really good. I am enjoying the characters, the action, the drama, the faith aspects. I feel like this might be a 5-star. It might, depending on how it continues to go. Definitely gonna be either a 4.5 or 5-star. Definitely feel like this one is 10 times better than the first book was. And again, it could just because I'm biased and I love Kaylee, but I feel like it's not just Kaylee. but it's also how the team meshes well with her personality, because you have moments where you have Logan and Kaylee going at it, because Logan feels like because he's lead, she needs to sit down, but Kaylee has this like strong personality, and it's not that she's trying to offend or disrespect anybody, but that's just a part of her quirkiness. And then you have Alex, who's finally out of her little shell, that I could not understand from the first book, and she's more outspoken a little bit, and she's also starting to have the sort of skill or quirkiness that Kaylee may be having, or Kaylee has. So I'm excited to see where that goes. So right now it's 10:53, chapter 15. Let's see if I can get to I want to at least try to get to page 210, which is about chapter 28. So this much. I probably could finish this today because I'm not really doing much but resting, because I'm going food shopping later, or at least that's the plan, to go food shopping later. And then I'm also going to be going out on Saturday to hopefully pick up my glasses, my new prescription glasses, as well as take my son to the mall with some of his friends from church, which are also their parents or like their sister are part of the dance ministry, so it's kind of like a little day out with us going out tomorrow. And then my nephew comes home tomorrow as well. And so yeah, we're gonna dive right into reading. Again, I'm listening to this on 4x speed. I'm going to fix the camera for you guys to see, and we're gonna jump in. Okay guys, so I got to page 223, chapter 30, and I have to finish this book today because I am so baffled. So there's 3 unsubs. 2 of them were just revealed. Actually, one was revealed at the end of chapter 30, and I read like the next page for chapter 31 and realized who the other unsub was. So I'm gonna say Alex is very brilliant. She figured out not 1 but 2 of the unsubs. Like, what is going on? At this point we can trust no one, and I have my speculations about who it is. I'm gonna say I have 2 people in mind, but then I feel like there's another one that could be it if what happened wasn't true. So I'm not really sure who because it's like an obvious unsub, right? But sometimes with Nancy's writing, the obvious person isn't really the killer. It's more so the other person who you think wouldn't be the killer. So right now I'm stuck between the obvious person that I feel like would want Kaylee dead, and then I'm stuck between another person that actually works with the other two unsubs that were just revealed. I'm hoping it is no one from the crew. Let me just say that, because Nancy has a way of like flipping your brain, making you think you're crazy. But just wow. And as you can see, I'm a little bit more energized, so hopefully that means I am good, minus the congestion in my nose and the pain in my arm. My neck is feeling pretty good. My brother just left to go get his son and his son's mother, and so yeah, I'm going to actually take a minute, drink the rest of my lavender white hot chocolate, watch an episode of an anime, and then I'm going to finish this before I go food shopping, because I need to know what happened. I need to know. And so yeah, we have this, and I am thoroughly enjoying it so far. It's looking like a 5-star. It looks like a solid 5-star read. Yeah, so I am going to actually be doing some stuff on Patreon, because I want to get my Patreon back up and going. And because I have a few videos already posted, they're private right now. I'm just going to allow people who are, there's only one person on my Patreon right now, so I'm going to allow them full access to the videos at this point in time. So yeah, if you would like to join the Patreon, do so. You'll get early access to videos. Right now I have one video going up on tomorrow, because today is November 5th. So one video going up Saturday, which they'll have early access to that today. And then I have a video going up next Saturday, which is my bookshelf reorganization. And then I have a few other videos to edit that they will also get access to on Patreon. And so yeah, right now they're getting 1 day early access to one video, and then they're gonna get early access to the other like a week early. I don't really want to do it that way. Discard. But yeah, so I'm just going to update Patreon, heat my hot chocolate up, watch some anime real quick, and then I'll come back to you guys. Hopefully the next clip I'll be fully dressed by then. I did record my bookshelf reorganization part 2, where I reorganized my devotionals and Bibles and stuff like that. So you'll see that video as well next week, hopefully, probably the week after. But yeah, if you sign up for Patreon, you'll have early access to those videos. I'm actually revamping the Patreon, because I don't really like how I labeled the tiers. And I'm thinking I'm probably just going to do 2 tiers instead of 3. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I'm going to be doing some reorganization of that. So if you're interested in joining the Patreon, the link is down below. It's a way for you to donate monthly to the ministry, and all of the funds that you guys donate goes back into the ministry. So yeah, we're going to do that, and I'll see you in the next clip. Y'all, the end of chapter 35 just killed me. The unsub, I had the right idea, but I was wrong on who the person was. And let me just say, Nancy, this is 5 stars. Nancy is like phenomenal with her writing. I am blown away. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. So I'm going to continue finishing this book. I'm on chapter 36. There's 45 chapters, I think. Yeah, 45 chapters. I'm almost done. The audiobook, if you do want to audiobook this, it is phenomenal, but I'm reading and listening as I'm listening as I follow along with the book. But I am shooketh to the core. Nancy is brilliant. She's brilliant, and so I'm going to finish this. I was going to change my clothes, but I need to finish sitting in this, and then I'm going to change my clothes. My mother gets home in about like 3.5 hours or so. So I need to finish this, write out my grocery list so that I know what to get for my son, and then my brain. I'm going to sip this. I throw my hands up, so yeah, I'm about to finish. I'll be back with my final thoughts and conclusions on this book, because wow. Okay, guys, so I finished. Can you guess what I'm giving this? Just guess. 5 stars. This was absolutely fantastic, and there are no words to truly express the amount of love that I have for the faith aspects in this. Compared to Nightfall, I definitely love this more. I gave Nightfall 4 stars. I gave Deadfall 5 stars, and I absolutely adored the faith aspects in this. The experience that Alex was able to have with having that personal relationship with God and seeing him, and him protecting her, and even the experience that Logan had in his prayer really blew me away. Nancy is just fantastic. I am definitely going to be reading a lot more of her books. Definitely will probably audiobook them. As much as I love physical copies of her books, I will audiobook. I think I gave Dead End, which was book 3. So here's the Kaylee Quinn Profiler trilogy. The first book was Mind Games. I gave it a 4.5. The second one was Firestorm. Gave it a 4 stars. And then here is Dead End. Gave that 5 stars. The faith aspects in this were absolutely phenomenal, and I think they were strong simply because Kaylee and her brother had strong relations, a strong relationship with Christ. They knew who Christ was, they knew about God, and their faith was solid and whole. Kaylee had some days where she was a little rocky, but her faith was pretty much strong for me, which is why I really liked it. But for this series, I don't know if there's going to be any more books in this series. There should be, because we love to see it, okay? I hope there is more, because there's no words. But for Alex, I feel like it was different because she didn't really care about Christ or know about God in book 1. And towards the end, we see that she's beginning to get this pull, and then now in book 2 we see that she's completely saved. She's going to church, she's getting all of this knowledge and understanding of God, she's building her relationship with him, but she also has 2 encounters with him, and not just her, but Logan has an encounter as well with an angel, and I think it's by far phenomenal. And I think none of these books have tabs in them except for Mind Games. Only Mind Games has tabs, so I have to tab the rest up. But I absolutely love this. I love Kaylee. Kaylee will forever be a favorite for me. I don't care. Top tier for me. But Alex, compared from book 1 to book 2, you definitely see the growth and development in her character, and her spiritual growth, which I absolutely adored. And I think the dynamic between Kaylee and Alex really meshed well, because they're definitely 2 different types of people, but they worked so well together. And even with Logan and Noah, I was loving it. And let me just say, the whole thing with Kaylee and Noah, I was not expecting. But I'm happy for it. I love it. And especially because at the end of Dead End, you don't really get to see too much progression of their relationship. It's kind of like they both have finally decided to want to be together, and so they're going to be together. But there's no pressure as to marriage, or not marriage, or whatever. But, we get a little bit of something in Deadfall, which I was here for. So, yeah, I am just... The Quantico Files is amazing. I don't know if there will be a 3rd book. It just says 2 books. I don't know. I hope there is, because I'm actually Googling now to see if there will be more books in this. So yeah, there's going to be 3 books. The next book is going to be called Free Fall. and that comes out 2022. So both these books came out this year, 2021, which I think is amazing for Nancy to have, you know, done both of these at the same time. And what amazes me is that Deadfall actually talks about COVID. I can't remember if this book talked about COVID or not, but I know for a fact Alex pretty much talks about her quirk with having to have everything clean because she's a germaphobe, and there's a reason to her being a germaphobe. But she also says it's good because now, you know, they're dealing with COVID and stuff like that, which I love reading books now that include COVID, because COVID literally is a part of our lives. It's something that's here. It's not going away. And oh, the cover for Free Fall is so pretty. And Free Fall is orange. I'm going to pop the cover here. I'm actually looking at it right now on the Bethany House website. Will Kaylee be in it? It doesn't seem like Kaylee's going to be in it. It just seems like it's just going to focus on Alex and Logan, which I'm hoping Kaylee makes some type of an appearance in it. But it's going to come out June 2022, birthday month. Got to pre-order that. And again, I always pre-order books. But I normally will cancel them because I normally end up getting review copies from publishers or authors themselves. But I always like to make sure that I pre-order just in case. And I put it on my wish list in case someone wants to gift it. That's how pretty much I get most of my books. I don't normally buy them personally out of my own funds because, as y'all already know, I don't work. I don't really have funds to do so. And so I normally pre-order them and let my mom know, like let my mom or my brother know, or someone, that there's a book that I would like, or it's sent to me for review, or one of you guys normally will purchase it for me, which I truly appreciate. But Free Fall is not on Amazon right now. It seems, let me see, I don't think it's up on Amazon. Nope, it's not on Amazon as of yet, but it is on the Baker Publishing Group page, and it's going to be dealing with women abductions in Virginia with long dark hair. Okay, awesome. I'm looking at that. So Free Fall is book 3. Like I said, the cover is here. It's really nice. It looks like a carousel and stuff is on the cover. I'm loving the orange. I kind of like the color schemes that they always go with for Nancy's book. So it's 3 books in this series. So a trilogy, which I love. There are other series from Nancy that I do want to try to read. I want to try out her Defenders of Justice trilogy. The first book is called Fatal Frost. The second book is Dark Deception, and then Blind Betrayal. I definitely want to read that trilogy from her. But yeah, I'm happy. 5 stars all the way. Definitely would recommend it. Highly would suggest you guys check it out and things like that. But yeah, that is it for this video. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.